Hello, film junkies. What's going on? I am back today to do a review for The Last Witch Hunter. The Last Witch Hunter stars a very early review for The Last Witch Hunter. The Last Witch Hunter stars Vin Diesel, Michael Caine. My name is Michael Caine. I had to get that out. Rosalie Headley from the Game of Thrones series, and Elijah Wood. And what this film is about is this movie is about Vin Diesel plays Calder, I believe his name is. If I said that wrong, then forgive me. He is one of the best huntsmen of his kind. He was one of the warriors who was a hunter for killing witches. And back then, which I do not remember the name's land, pretty much all witches were evil. They had to kill every single one of them. But one of the witches actually gives Calder the thing that makes him immortal. So he pretty much makes a lot of himself into becoming that. Now he has had probably one of the worst curses he can ever have, immortality. And pretty much he goes to these priests, including Michael Caine and Elijah Wood, because these witches come back, and now he has to go take out the bad witches. Now, if you guys do not know, every once in a while, I get a screening for a movie. Once about every other weeks. And a few weeks, because lately I've been very busy, I have not had time to go do screening. Well, this week I did. I saw The Last Witch Hunter out of my enjoyment, and I was actually kind of excited for this movie because I figured this could be actually a pretty fun movie, and it could be a guilty pleasure because I know the movie looks terrible, and I like these kind of films. I like Vin Diesel for who he is. Vin Diesel is a very good action star that knows how to do his cheesy movies. If I could think of anything, I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger as The Rock. I think of Vin Diesel as Sylvester Stallone. And that's how I figure about this generation. And while this is a bad movie, it is a guilty pleasure. I enjoyed pretty much the movie from the entire start. Look, this is a guilty pleasure to me because I knew what I was getting into. I like Vin Diesel for what he does. I like how he directs movies, how he stars in movies, and also how he produces. The Fast and Furious movies have gone way better than I thought they would have been as someone who grew up with the series. So knowing that, and then the Riddick movies from Pitch Black, which was great, to Chronicles Riddick. We're not going to talk about that, to even the Riddick, which is pretty good. How he's trying to get all these franchises started in Triple X3. So I think understanding that, this was pretty good. Now, let's say there are some problems with the movie. We'll get into it, but I want to get into some of the positives. Some of the positives I had about this movie were, I loved Vin Diesel. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he has said himself in many interviews that he is the biggest Dungeons and Dragons fan, so that was his inspiration into this, and the story and producing. This could be a big franchise, although a lot of critics did not like this movie, and I've seen the Rotten Tomatoes score, and I can understand that, but I actually kind of enjoy it, like I do with a lot, but, we can really tell about that. I understand that there's a lot of people who do not like Vin Diesel, and I completely understand that. I mean, it's the same thing with Arnold and Sylvester and The Rock, and I completely understand that, but I thought his passion in the movie, his brutality, his muscle was fantastic. I enjoyed the film. His muscle was fantastic. And actually, I really like the acting in this movie. It was great to see Michael Caine come back from a movie because I haven't seen Michael Caine in a lot of movies lately since Batman. Well, he's been in a lot, I just haven't seen him in a lot of movies. It's great to see him back. Sort of see Elijah Wood in a good movie in a while. Rosie Headley, though, she was great. I love seeing her. I love her in Game of Thrones, and I love seeing her in this movie. But the best thing to me about this movie is that the best thing about this movie to me is the way how Calder in the film, I'm not spoiling anything, the way he is struggling with his immortality. The way because if you've seen the trailer, he probably gave it away. His mother, he being a father and losing his wife and daughter, and that being an immortal kind of cursed him and made him weak. And I love that about characters. I love that characters even have struggles. Not everybody can be Superman or can be Batman or can be Spider-Man and be immortal. They all have to have something that makes them struggle. And this completely sold me on that point. There are a lot of problems with the movie, I have to admit. Some of the CGI did look really fake. I hated some of the CGI. There are some points where I did laugh a lot, but the CGI really made the movie weak, and it was very fast-paced and very kind of headache-ish, because I saw the movie in 3D, and the 3D wasn't great. So, I mean, if you like The Last Witch Hunter and you like these kind of movies, then you'll like this movie. To me, it's a guilty pleasure. It's kind of like the first Mortal Kombat. I'm going to give The Last Witch Hunter, because I really enjoyed the movie for what it was. It has problems, and it's not a great movie. A lot of problems, especially with the CGI and the villains. And I'm going to give The Last Witch Hunter, I'm going to do this little decimal thing, so I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Look, if you like these kind of movies, then definitely check it out, because this is your kind of cup of tea. To me, it's my kind of cup of tea. It has problems, but it's a fun, entertaining movie that I think you will have a fun time. Screw it. I don't care. I'm doing the fresh. Let's go 3 out of 5. Look, you may have problems with the movie. I can understand that. I'm not going to just go 2 out of 5. I'm going to go 3 out of 5. It's a guilty pleasure. I understand. People can have problems. Some people will hate it. Some people will like it like I did. You will hate or like the movie. So if you guys have seen The Last Witch Hunter or will be seeing The Last Witch Hunter, tell me what did you think of The Last Witch Hunter and if it was worth seeing or not. And I will be doing a new segment called Best of Worst, adapted from my show Chris Day and kind of inspired by the Schmoes Know. Love those guys. Give them subscribes and tell them I sent you. We'll be doing that with Vin Diesel. Look forward to that on Thursday, as well as my review of Casino Royale. That will be out this week as well, in preparation for the new Skyfall movie, where I'll be reviewing all of the Daniel Craig Bond movies, as well as also be looking out this weekend for Steve Jobs. I'll be seeing that movie. Look forward to seeing that as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys back sometime tomorrow. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Stay classy.